Before 1940, 45% of our nation's food was grown in backyards. 4 companies control 80% of our nation's beef supply. The average age of an American farmer is 64 years old. The planet loses 24 billion tons of soil to erosion every year. Today's food shortages will come and go, but one day they will be here to stay, and these tremors cannot be ignored. It's time to farm or find your local farmer before your life depends on it, because you can't build a farm in 7 days, and that's about how long it takes to starve.
Company chairman John Tyson writing the food supply chain is breaking.
Agriculture is really being tested in ways that it hasn't been since World War II.
It's signs that a critical link in the nation's food supply chain might be cracking, saying the food supply chain is breaking.
It really brought Americans face to face with the reality of the industrialized meat system that we depend on every day for our food.
Why have I gotten into this, and why did I decide to be a farmer? You guys watch a lot of my videos, and they are centered around farming for profit and making a real business out of this. And while that is a big part of my push and my drive, if I never made a penny off of what I am doing right here and right now, I consider it to be a thing of value beyond anything I could earn. My first and foremost reason is faithfulness. There was before me a resource in these 23 acres, and my eyes were opened to the opportunity I had in them. Beyond faithfulness, I watched what was happening as our nation's food supply chain was cracking in half. And I heard the statistic that the average American farmer is 64 years old. And when I heard that, accompanied with the fact that millions of pounds worth of animals were being sent to waste because these processing facilities were closing down across our nation, I was compelled beyond what I can't even explain. And despite the fact that I knew nothing about agriculture, I believe that if the Lord wants you to do something, He will equip you with everything you need to do it. We are facing a crisis. Humans who depend upon the land for their food are moving farther and farther away from it. In the 1940s, 45% of the food our nation consumed was grown in backyards, and now we don't even know how to plant a seed and bring it to a fruit that is edible. And we are coming upon a time and place when we may not even have the soil to grow healthy food in. 24 billion tons of soil is lost to erosion across the globe every single year. The United States relies on crops that cannot grow unless they are bathed in chemicals and sustained by genetically modified organisms. 80% of the nation's beef is controlled by 4 companies, and we have seen on several occasions, whether it be through national emergencies or cyber attacks from foreign entities, how that in a moment these supply chains can be shut down. We unfortunately as a nation have come to rely on cheap food. We no longer understand the value of the groceries we bring into our home every day. Less than 60 years ago, a major portion of household income was spent on the food we eat. Now, a major portion of household income is spent on healthcare and curing the symptoms of cheap food. In fact, poor diets are linked to $50 billion in U.S. healthcare costs on an annual basis. The crisis has been revealed, and I believe each and every one of us has the ability to be a solution on one scale or another. Whether you are a 2,300 acre solution or a 23 acre solution or a 23 square foot solution. It's time to farm or support your local farmer before your life depends on it.